I'm going to talk about ActiveAdmin. It's administration. It calls itself the administration framework for Ruby on Rails. It's a scaffold generator for Rails. So we're all familiar with Rails scaffolds. That's how we were introduced to Rails. It looks like something like this. So out of the box, well, some of you are probably familiar with Twitter Bootstrap. It makes your UI pretty.
The whole web is going Twitter Bootstrap.
But it's not that simple to integrate with your app. So ActiveAdmin gives you CSS and routes and controllers. Makes your scaffolds pretty like this. So this thing will look like this. So it's pretty. It even has a built-in filter. So the TLDR version is you need to install these two gems, ActiveAdmin itself and MetaSearch. And then run the generator, ActiveAdmin install. So what happens when you do this is it creates an entry in the routes file for you. So that's how you access your ActiveAdmin pages. Everything lives in /admin by default. And it also assumes device. So yeah, it will create the device users table for you. It will also create a notes table, so you can add notes to records, just in case that's what it's like a CMS. So the idea is it's a CRUD generator for, say you have an e-commerce site, and behind the scenes you're going to manage products, categories, whatever. So those pages that will manage the products, the categories, you don't need it to be pretty. You just need to build them quick. So they can have an uglier CSS. So the no CSS admin interface looks like that. So if you use ActiveAdmin, you can make it look like this, more acceptable to your clients or the marketing department. So so you install it, and then it will create tables, migrations for you, and then there. So you proceed with creating your active record models, and then there. Rails G ActiveAdmin resource, your model name. And that's it. You will have a resource. You will have this thing will be accessible. So monsters is the name of the model. So /admin/monsters. You'll get this page. It's funny. And the nice thing is you can customize it. So it's pretty out of the box, but customizable. You can customize the index page. You can press it.
reverse color.
So you can rename the this is the index page again. That's this thing. So you can, if you want to rename the columns, there. So this is a custom column name. If you want custom columns, just put any method or attribute here. Or if you want the default, there, just use this is a column name. So that's how you customize the index page. You can customize the controller. So if you have custom actions, or if you want, say, the default monster name will be Python. So you want to customize the new method of your controller. But you don't want to customize everything else. So you just redefine you, and then don't redefine the others. That's it. Controller index. Well, this is the usual requirement. Your ActiveAdmin will look at the accessible attributes of your model, and that's what will be rendered in the forms. And this is the form DSL. It's derived from formtastic. So you can use a partial and use formtastic syntax, or you can use this. So this one, these should be accessible attributes of your active record model. You can customize the label, you can add the hint. And that's what the form will look like. If you customize the new form, it will look like this. So I changed the label from recipe to secret recipe, and I added a hint. And that's it. Questions? Alternatives. So that's ActiveAdmin. That's the GitHub URL. You might also have heard of Rails admin. It's a more out-of-the-box thing. It's usable out of the box. You're not expected to customize it, but you're not expected to customize it. It's hard to customize. And there's also Active Scaffold. It's more generic. This one is very focused for admin. Active Scaffold is more powerful, more generic, but not as easy as to use as ActiveAdmin. So there. Questions?
What's the biggest? Have you tried it on a very big database already?
No.
Not yet. Okay.
Just 10 records.
Just want to share. We're actually using Rails admin, and one thing I noticed about it is with a big table, it does very bad SQLs. When you have to count. By default, it counts all the how many records in on a very big table. It's kind of bad. So,
but you can customize the controller methods. So you can customize index. You can change what index does, how it fetches records from the database. Questions? Going. You good? Break. Gravy motion. Thank you.
Hey, come on guys, clap.